Sir, also distorting, I'm quoting, sir.
आपकी कोई बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है. आपको जो मौका था आपने बोला लेट हर स्पीक. नो, नॉट अलाउड. मिस्टर मिनिस्टर, आप में से किसी की बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है. मैडम की स्पीच जा रही है बस.
Sir, Deputy Chairman, sir.
No permission. You have already spoken on the subject. No.
Sir, thank
Madam,
you, sir.
please speak.
What explains?
Please. You are not allowed to speak, Mr. Brites. Please.
What explains 1.07 lakh crore worth of disinvestments that happened during UPA? What explains that? 1.07 lakh crores worth of disinvestments happened during the UPA. Was that, if they were against disinvestment, why did they allow that to happen, sir? Just one line, sir. Disinvestment is a complex process. We are...
Please, sit here. You are not allowed, Mr. Binay Vishwam. Please.
Sir, Honorable Binay Vishwamji.
Please.
I just want to respond, sir. Honorable Binay Vishwamji is somebody who I respect, a very senior member, also has ideologically very committed. I appreciate that. Just as we are ideologically very committed, just as there are very many people ideologically committed. Where do you stand? I thought the budget of 2021 very clearly narrated where do we stand. Jan Sangh narrated where we stand. Bharatiya Janata Party under Vajpayee ji narrated where we stand. Our election manifestos say where we stand, and us fulfilling the manifestos say where we stand. So Binay Vishwamji, honorable member, does not need to ask that question. Every budget which has been given under Vajpayee ji, every budget which has been given under Modi ji in 14-19, every budget which says where we stand. So not to worry, we never contradict ourselves. Sir? Sir?
Please. Mr. Binay Vishwamji, please. Mr. Binay Vishwamji, आप Binay Vishwamji, do not disturb. Let discussion go. आप बोल चुके हैं अपने विषय पर जब मौका था. Please, let her allow it. आप सब बोल चुके हैं जब मौका मिला. 42 लोगों ने बोला है. Let her speak. Please.
Sir, again, as a lead speaker, I heard former finance minister say that you're not moving forward. You're only like as though you're on a treadmill. You're only, running but remaining where you are. It was mentioned. I just want to show, sir, that if we were remaining where we are and tending to run, economy 7 or 8 years ago, the size of the GDP was 1.1 lakh crore then. Now it is 2.3 lakh crores. It can't be when you are running on the same spot. I'm being corrected, it is 2.32 lakh crore. 2.32 lakh. Exports, then 2.85 lakh crores, that is 13-14. Today, it is at 4.7 lakh crores. The Commerce Minister, leader of the House, is here. So you can't be standing in one place running and also pretending to move forward. Last 2 years were years of the pandemic. If that was said, unfortunately, somebody is repeating it here. They were not normal years. Shame if that was said. Sir, foreign exchange reserves. Foreign exchange reserves, sir. Then 2013-14, $275 billion US dollars then, 7 years ago. Now it is $630 billion, not running as we are standing in one place. FDI inflows, $36 billion then. Now it is $80 billion. Again, sir, can't be running on a treadmill. The national highway length, very important metric for development. 90,000 kilometers in 2014. Today, it is 140,000 kilometers. Again, no treadmill business, sir. And average inflation, 9.5% in 13-14. Now it is 5.23% in 21-22. I'm talking of April, December. So, then international metrics is something which I want to draw the attention of honorable members. Ease of doing business. In 2014, we were 142. Now we are 63. Access to electricity, then 99th rank, today 26th rank. Global competitiveness, 71th rank in 2014-15, 43rd rank now. Global Innovation Index, 76th rank in 2014, 46th rank in 2021. Logistics Performance Index, 54 in 2014, 44 now. So all these metrics show that we are not running standing there.
Please.
Sir, one more reference, sir.
Please.
One more reference to the Honorable former Finance Minister. He accused me, saying you did not speak anything about the poor. You have not at all spoken. You spoke more about your Prime Minister. Of course, I feel very proud. I feel honored to be in the ministry along with the other ministers who are guided by the Prime Minister, a Prime Minister who is visionary. I don't have anything to hide that. I will say it any number of times. He's the Prime Minister of this country. In every popularity ratings, he's at the top. But our country, there are some people who suffer from visceral hatred of the Prime Minister, but that's their problem. I will say one thing here, sir. I didn't speak about the poor as an allegation. I want to know, what is that poor that you're talking about? When again, your former president said, poverty does not mean, and I'm quoting here, sir, poverty does not mean the scarcity of food, money, or material things. If one possesses self-confidence, then one can overcome it, said the Congress leader. So he also said it's a state of mind. I've not named the person, but we know who it is. So, to continue the quotation, sir, to continue the quotation, if you want, I'll leave it here. This is also reported in the media. Poverty is just a state of mind. It does not mean scarcity of food, money, or material things. If one possesses self-confidence, then one can overcome poverty. Was the gyan given to us? I want to ask, what is that poverty that I didn't refer? Is this the poverty? My mental state is the poverty that I should have referred? I want to ask, be clear on what poverty you are referring to. Sir, I just want to respond.
आप सभी सदस्यों से आग्रह है सीट पर बैठकर ना बोले प्लीज आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है यू आर नॉट अलाउड प्रियंका जी
I'm not mocking the poor. The person who's mocked the poor is in alliance with you now.
प्लीज आपस में बात
Is in
ना
alliance
करें
with you now. Sir, it's very
मैडम
well.
फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर की बात के अलावा कोई और बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही है
I will, sir.
आप प्लीज बैठ जाएं बैठ जाएं आप सब बोल चुके हैं प्लीज बैठ जाएं
Deputy Chairman, sir, this is how, when we don't have the courage, this is how, when we don't have the courage to ask the person who said this, they distort and put it on me. They're in alliance with them. I'm astonished that a thinking member, a lady, stands up to say, you're mocking the poor, whereas the person who said that is in alliance with them. I wish he meets.
Please.
I've quoted the man. I've quoted the person, not my statement. I've quoted the person. Oh really?
आप कुछ भी बोलते हो। बैठिए। आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा रही है। आप अननेसेसरली अपने को परेशान कर रहे हैं। कोई बात आपकी रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा रही है। ना आप अलाउड है बोलने के लिए। प्लीज।
Deputy Chairman, sir, in Tamil. Deputy Chairman, sir, in Tamil. Sir, just before I say that Tamil proverb, I want to say that I have responded, sir, for... Let me finish here.
Mr. John Britas,
let me finish. Sir, is this budget debate? Yes, it is. It was a question raised to me about my budget speech, and I'm giving it as a reply during the budget debate speech. Okay? So, let there not be confusion. Everything that I'm speaking here. Oh, please, sir. This is not done, sir.
Please, not proper.
We've heard every one of the members silently.
That you cannot decide here. That chair will see. Please, no. You are not allowed to speak. It's
sir.
You are not there. Please,
sir.
You are not allowed to discuss. आप बैठकर हमेशा पीछे से चिल्लाते हैं. नहीं मैडम, no allowed.
Sir, I would like to tell you, sir.
कोई बात आपकी रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा रही.
अमर पटनायक जी. Sir, Amar Patnaik ji. Sir, now that there's a bit of a thing, I would like to go back to saying that one little Tamil proverb and move on. I have not named anybody in this, but there is a lot of response coming, and therefore there is a proverb which I want to say in Tamil. There are members, Honorable Member Namnitha Krishnan is there, Member Wilson ji is there. I can see many more members, DMK members. Nunalum Tanvayal Kedum. I have not named anybody, but everyone is shouting, defending somebody else. Who are they defending? Tanvayale Tan Kedum. Nunalum Tanvayal Kedum. If you want a rough translation, sir, during rainy seasons, nobody knows where the frog is. But it goes back. So we get to know it. I have not said anything at all. But when the responses come, it's like a rainy season frog. Sir, Amar Patnaik ji.
Please, Mr. Dani, please.
Yes, I understand now. I understand that.
Except
I fully understand,
Madam
sir.
Finance Minister's speech, nothing is going on record.
For every answer, sir, for every answer that I'm giving, there was a question from that side. Do I answer questions or not? Sir, I'm talking about Amar Patnaik ji. Amar Patnaik ji's question. For agriculture, he had some questions. The allocation, excuse me? Sir,
Mr. John
I
Britas,
would want John Britas,
John
honorable
Britas,
member from Kerala,
please,
to listen to people, sir.
The chair will see.
The chair will decide what is unparliamentary, sir. You will please decide for me. Thank you very much, John Britas.
You are not interested in the job to see from there. Please sit.
Farmers and agriculture.
Please.
The allocation for food processing. The farmers, sir, farmers, everyone wants to know. Everyone wants to know farmers and their matter. I'm giving an answer for the questions raised by Amar Patnaik ji. The allocation for food processing has gone up 90.4%, 90.4% to 2,941.99 crores in 22-23. The allocation for animal husbandry and dairy has grown 26% to 3,918.84 crores. The allocation for fisheries has grown 73.5% to 2,118.47 crores. Sir, wheat procurement, 55% growth in 21-22 versus 2013-14. Comparing 13-14 to 2021, 87% growth in paddy procurement. 2013-14 compared with 2021, oil seeds procurement. Earlier procurement was only wheat and rice. We are procuring even oil seeds. Oil seed procurements have gone up by 204%. Sir, Manoj Jaji has raised some concerns about V-shaped recovery. I just want to write to him to say India's gross domestic product is projected to grow at 9.2% to 147.5 lakh crore for the current financial year ending March 2022, which will be the highest among all large economies. There's no question of a slowdown or a recession. I want to draw that to the attention. I had already mentioned earlier that the difference in the economic survey and the Ministry of Finance report are because of the different sources through which we draw the information. Also for Sri Manoj Jaj. Srimati Chaya Vermaji had raised questions on cryptocurrency, sir. Just want to say the act of taxing the cryptocurrency. I think honorable member suggested, is it legitimizing the, he asked a question. I just want to say we have taxed the profit emanating from the transactions. I'm not doing anything to legalize it or ban it or not legalize it or anything at this stage. At this stage.
Vinay Viswamji.
Unbelievable, sir. I'm giving an answer.
You speak.
I'm talking about the reply. Why would Vinay Viswamji?
Mr. Vinay Viswamji.
Come on.
This is not the proper. Please sit down. Mr. Please sit down.
I'm not yielding, sir. This is a bit too much.
Let her you speak.
Sir, I'm replying to Honorable Member Chaya Verma. By shouting like this, the member's right to get a reply is being denied. The right
Mr. John Britas, it's not going on record.
The right of a member to get a reply is being disrupted.
Yes.
Sir,
आप दोनों disrupt कर रहे हैं. I'll be forced to name. Please. I'll be forced to name. आप बार-बार disrupt कर रहे हैं. Please, not allowed. Please, madam, you speak.
Thank you very much, sir.
Speak.
Sir. Banning or not banning will come subsequently when the consultations give me inputs. But then would you rather have me not tax and allow the profits to be there and then tell me I have not even taken a corrective action? So, legitimate or illegitimate, it's a different question. But I will tax because it's a sovereign right to tax. I hope Chaya Verma ji, please, is able to hear my reply, or else I'm quite willing to give her when I meet her in person. So I'm very sorry that the member's right to receive a reply is being disrupted by other members, which is really a sad thing. Sir, Anil Desaiji, I don't know if he's here. Anil Desaiji had questions about employment. I've explained that. There is a misconception. There is a misconception, and that is, I've already explained, that the 60 lakh is only for the PLI, and there are other schemes through which we are trying to promote more employment in the country, which I've explained, sir. Anil Desaiji also asked questions about GST collections. I just want to say for 22-23, talking about the overall investment, 22-23, the allocation is 1 lakh crore to assist the states. He asked about the GST collections and also said, will there be some kind of a support to the states? So on the matter of support to states, I would like to highlight that 1 lakh crore is being given to assist the states in catalyzing overall investments in the economy. I just want to underline the fact that it's being given for 50 years without any interest burden on the states. Sir, and it's not going to affect their FRBM. They can continue to go at the rates already been given to them. So this is not going to hurt them. Sir, then I would like to remind, sir, keeping in mind the states and their difficulties, in November 2021, instead of one installment of the monthly devolution which has to go to the states, I ensured an advance installment is also given even in November. So in place of 47,541 crores which the states would have got by due right in November, I had doubled up, meaning I added one more installment and made it 95,082 crores in November itself. Similarly, sir, to make sure that states get money quickly in their hands, in January also, on January 20th, every month 20th, the money goes now. In fact, we are even contemplating changing that to 10th of every month instead of 20th. That itself is a understanding the state's need and taking a step. In January 20th, sir, again, where they were expected to get only 47,541 crores, I doubled it up again, meaning gave one more installment so that they have more money in their hand in advance. 95,000 crores was released even in January. So we are making sure that at every stage, we are being a bit more sensitive to states. It is their money, but instead of getting it at that regular installment, I'm uploading and front-loading the installments in time so that states don't suffer. Rajamani Patel ji talked about the remote control policy. He said every one of your policies is all remote control and said it's being remote controlled from somewhere. And he also probably mentioned it's been remote controlled from Nagpur. Just want to say, this is coming from a party which constantly till this day is remote controlled. There's no democracy in that party. It's being remote controlled. And even worse, national policies were decided. I'm sorry to say this today. I didn't intend to say, but it was a question during the budget debate, and therefore I'm answering during the budget debate. Is it a budget issue? It is a budget issue because you asked me that question. Sir, national policies were decided at 10 Janpath rather than, and then announced in 7 LKM. Was that remote control or not, sir? Policy decided in 10 Janpath and announced in 7 LKM. And one cannot ever forget the day when one of the general secretaries of the party, that time it was general secretary, tore that in the public, in front of the press. And even worse, sir, the respected Prime Minister at that time, Dr. Manmohan Singh, was within a couple of hours after that going to meet US President. And here, his party's general secretary told. Is that remote control? Or what is that? So, sir, I come to my last intervention, sir.
Please.
I come to my last intervention, sir. Sir, leader of the opposition, sir.
Please, leader of opposition.
हम बजट में उनका भाषण बड़े गंभीरता से सुन रहे हैं, लेकिन इस सदन को भटकाने की कोशिश मत करो। कांग्रेस पार्टी क्या की, कांग्रेस सेक्रेटरी क्या किए, अरे आप अपने बजट में बोलिए, हम सुनेंगे। वो सब, अरे गरीबी 27 करोड़ लोग
Thank you.
गरीबी के रेखा के नीचे आ गए, जो ऊपर गए थे।
Thank you.
उस पे बोलिए।
Thanक यू। माननीय
क्रिप्टो करेंसी आपने एक्सेप्ट किया क्या नहीं, क्योंकि आपके आरबीआई चेयरमैन ने बोला है कि अपने रिस्क पे आप इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हो। तो ये बात बोलिए, हम सुनने को तैयार। आप
माननीय एलओपी प्लीज, आई हैव अलाउड यू, प्लीज
Sir,
माननीय फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर
thank you very much, Deputy Chairman, sir.
प्लीज, आपको इजाजत मिल चुकी है माननीय एलओपी, प्लीज टेक योर सीट, प्लीज। नो, प्लीज, आई विल नॉट स्पीक।
give serious reply, we listen.
You
Don't
have already
make
spoken, sir.
no
You have already
ये
spoken.
कॉमेडी टाइप बोलना ये बंद करो।
Please take.
Thank the honorable. Sir, I thank the honorable leader of the opposition.
Please.
Thank the leader of the opposition for reminding me that I should answer on budget. Rajamani Patel ji, during the budget discussion, mentioned about it. Should I not reply, sir? I am following his order only. I am following the instruction of the leader of the opposition.
आपकी बात रिकॉर्ड पे जा रही है, कोई और बात रिकॉर्ड पे नहीं जा रही।
I'm honestly, he's a very senior politician, has been in decades in politics. He's very respected. I respect him, and I certainly respect the words he's mentioned here, and I'm duly following it. Sir, I come to the last intervention in my speech, sir. This is also very much what came up during the budget discussion. I am not speaking anything from somewhere comment mentioned outside. So I would like to have my full time, and I request the indulgence, Deputy Chief Chairman, where I go through the. So there was this indication by respected member who's not here, so I'm not taking name, said finance minister is not elected. He doesn't know the realities. And she should be sent, her party should send her to get elected from the ground, to know the ground realities. So, but coming from a member who's in this house elected, PK today is in the opposition, to think that a member in this house is one less to some other respected members who are elected is a bit too rich, sir. Haven't they, in their time, in Rajya Sabha, also had Rajya Sabha members being ministers? Are they suggesting that their ministers were unconnected from the ground? Prime Minister himself was a member and of the Rajya Sabha, this great house. And was he disconnected from the ground reality? Is that what is being suggested from by the honorable member who told me that I'm unconnected to the ground? I'm sorry, sir. 10 years being guided by a prime minister from this august house. I don't expect a member to suggest that to me. So that is one thing. A few things, sir. We were also told, honorable member also reminded about rural connectivity. I want to tell the honorable member, India's rural internet user base is growing, and it is over 3 times faster, growing 3 times faster, and is quicker and is quickly catching up to surpass the urban user numbers. So this is something which has come out of a Internet Mobile Association of India's report. So I'm quoting from the report, sir. While internet users grew by 4% in urban India, reaching 323 million users in 2020, digital adoption continues to be propelled by rural India, registering a 13% growth in internet users over the past year. Unquote. So rural India's internet connectivity is also growing. Data consumption through BharatNet optical fiber surpassed 13,000 terabytes till June 2021. This is an increase from 6,000 terabytes in 2020 and 300 to 400 terabytes in July 2019. Rapidity with which it is increasing. I just want to highlight that according to the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, which is a report of August 2021, the total number of internet subscribers increased from 79.5 crores at the end of December 2020 to 82.5 crores at the end of March 2021. So in this budget, of course, I have announced that the contract for laying optical fiber in all the villages, the ministers next to me, including remote areas, will be awarded under the BharatNet project through PPP in 22-23 itself, and completion is expected by 2025. Our vision is that all villages and their residents should get the same access to e-services, communication facilities, and digital resources as urban areas and their residents. So I just want to highlight, and also from one of the former economic advisors, saying India, meaning India's growth, talking about it, said Bangladesh will be growing faster than India. This was raised also. Maybe not by any members, but it is a very important conversation in which I think we need to put the facts together and say, so we are 10 times bigger. Our economy is 10 times bigger than Bangladesh. So if I had to give you a rough calculation, if Bangladesh grew at 10%, sir, and we grew just at 1%, sir, the absolute number that will arrive in terms of growth will be the same. So then to say Bangladesh is at 5.5, whereas you are at 4.1, is not really understanding.
Not allowed, please.
Sir, I want to now address the concern that Honorable Member Ami Yagnik mentioned. Said you have not spent much, you've not given money. I just want to say, sir, countries which have spent big money, whilst we prioritized on Janbi, Jahanbi, save lives first, and also immediately after that ensure that they get money for their businesses and so on. Just want to bring in one bit of an information. Advanced economies, sir, relied on large stimuluses, almost entirely on the demand side measures they relied on, of direct support without paying attention to so much to supply side. That's their priority, they can do it. Their outcome today is high inflation. Their outcome today is high inflation. Now, I just want to highlight one observation which an economist, Ruchir Sharma, has made in October 2021 for information for the Honorable Member. Pandemic stimulus, Ruchir Sharma, I'm just quoting him. Pandemic stimulus backfired. India can be thankful it did not go bigger on government spending. 2020. Emerging markets which stimulated most aggressively got no payoff in a faster recovery, owing in part to the downsides of overindulging. India's payoff for moderation was one of the strongest recoveries in emerging market, unquote. So I just wanted to draw the attention of what one approach can give and what the other approach can give. So finally, sir, Sorry? Yes, I've said that in the budget speech as well. Finally, sir, honorable member who's not here now had mentioned and I hope I heard him. He said he does not see Amrit. The member said he does not say. I'll explain it. The honorable member said he does not see Amrit Kal, but instead has been saying Rahu Kal since 2014. Sir, I wasn't sure if I heard him right, if he said Rahu Kal. Sir, I want to say if there was a Rahu Kal, if I heard him right, Rahu Kal. Sir,
Please do not interrupt like this, Mr. John Britas. Please.
I had mentioned it earlier, sir. That Rahu Kal, I hope I heard him right. That Rahu Kal, which he mentioned actually belongs to the time which some time ago I said, when a sitting prime minister brings about a law and it gets torn up scornfully in front of the media, hours before the prime minister is about to meet the US president, that is Rahu Kal. I'm being careful. Sir, also, entrenched in the Congress party, where there is an implosion now, Rahu Kal is what produces, I would think, the so-called G23. So Rahu Kal is not now. Rahu Kal is where Congress party is. Ours is Amrit Kal. Ours is Amrit Kal. Rahu Kal was thrown at me. Rahu Kal was thrown at me. Yes, please. Budget. Rahu Kal was mentioned by your member. Sir, senior leaders from the party are leaving their own party and getting out. That is Rahu Kal. That is Rahu Kal, sir. Whereas standing there, budget speech, the question, the allegation, you are sitting there and telling me it is not Amrit Kal, it is Rahul Kal. Sir, no wonder Congress party, which is facing the Rahul Kal, is getting 44 seats and remaining there and not able to come out.
Please.
Sir, where Rahu Kal is where Congress party is in session, where they go on saying, "Ladki hoon, main lad sakti hoon." Rajasthan ladkiyan lad nahi sak rahe. Rajasthan mein lad nahi sak rahe mahila. Rajasthan mein mahila ka har din kuch na kuch कांड हो रही है. Rahu Kal उधर है. सर, बजट स्पीच के समय अमृत काल इस देश का अपमान करने के लिए अमृत काल को राहु काल कहने वाला, अभी ये जवाब सुन ले, अभी सुन ले ये जवाब.
Please conclude, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now, honorable finance minister.